Full-blooded Italian boy. My partner is Italian and German. Beautiful lady, Tracy Pantani. I love her to death. And she's got a son from a prior marriage that has an Italian father. And then me and her have a baby that's 20 months old. So this is from a situation around school time. Full-blooded Italian boy. Son of a good old God-fearing godfather. Goddamn, that's some killer pasta. Italian papa and a mama with a mother who at one time or another considered her daughter a stray bullet. From victim of a cum bucket comes little brother. Mama the target of a dishonorable discharge. And this is his family. A palette of pigment and prejudice, promise and piss. Poor and rich, with so much culture, he could throw back his knot and swallow rap, reggaeton, R&B, Sinatra, and rock this down his Pez dispenser esophagus like slots and spit duffel bags of artifacts back into our melting potluck jackpot. Rich, in a way only lower middle, lower class families can be. Abundant with experiences that bring us closer together. A clenched purse or two of them that tear us apart. He says, probably cause I'm white. In response to his mother's question of why this brown bully beats on him. Eyes swollen so he can't see the institutional implications within him. Even with 2020, his clear skin invisible until now. Perhaps just incomprehensible to an adolescent mind. All the Mexican kids at my school hate white people. And for a moment, I was offended. As though he was trying to position himself on the ledge in a history of gangs of brothers and sisters that can barely unrepressed, untold, barely unwhispered biographies of self-mutilation and suicide, autobiographies of shirts and skins, cowboys and Indians, black and brown, more than blue and red, never white, until they surrender to it. I was momentarily annoyed that he might have naively been attempting to position himself in the sympathy of the oppressed. Then I remembered that there's a time between 8 and 18 where we live in the margins, where waking up is an act of emancipation. And somewhere between the tussle of dawn and dusk, the bondage never lets us sleep. We lose our right to vote over homework assignments, and we get punished unjustly because we too closely resemble runaway fathers. Those that got the best of us or picked on us, those who pickpocketed the jobs we forgot about until they were gone. Those whose very faces remind us that this is borrowed land we stand on. They remind us that our supposedly great-great-grandparents were liars and thieves, not heroes and founders, because they don't look like us. That same we that looks just like sharecroppers, border hoppers, guinea goomba, unchea culo, sumadra, and slave drivers profile us, and they did. Maybe they didn't know he had a brother who will be as brown as them. Maybe they don't know that he speaks Spanish better than some of them do. Maybe they don't know that prejudice, bigotry, and bullying can go both ways, even if racism cannot. Just the same way full-blooded Italian boy didn't know that big brown bullies learn how to hate, punish, push around, and profile from people that look just like him. Only bigger, older, sometimes badge, sometimes suit, sometimes gavel, sometimes future in-laws, even over their dead bodies. But he's barely 10. And I'm sure I've been hit in the eye with the word nigga at least 52 times by then. Scars that don't heal as easily, hurt soul, heart, and brain, but I fear most that his might grow cancerous, terminal. And I don't want to see his wide-eyed open mind die. I want him to know people who hate are those most in need of love, like his grandmother. And if he can do that, God bless him. He's more progressive and sophisticated than me. But know that your baby brother is born with a beautiful shade of brown that might defy crayon boxes but never the long arm of the law, that only knows good and bad, right and wrong, black and white. He'll fall on the same side as that bully more often than not, where the sidewalks were bigger cracks than the ones on your side of the street, and it's not fair. There are some things brothers can't share, and I'm sorry that bully's punch broke your rose-colored glasses. If I could take it back, I would, but then I'd never know why. I was annoyed and offended before I became sympathetic. It was because I dodge bullies all day, every day in this world. My skin is a kick me sign sometimes, but just like you yesterday, and me every day, it doesn't make me want to be any other color. Just sorry for them. And I guess for a moment I was jealous of your pity party so evident in your foregone conclusion, cause you're white for the first time in your life, when for me, oh, it's cause I'm black became as common at 10 years old as I don't know. And usually you don't, but this time you did. I suppose me and your mother's job is to teach you how to grow from it, but I don't know.